Hello and welcome back to EGLZ News. We're excited to get started this week with our agenda, but first it's time for the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Now for a moment of silence.
Thank you, Nathan. Now let's turn to Lily and Maddox with our Week at a Glance.
Time for your Week at a Glance.
On Thursday, we will have FJH twirling trials. Good luck to everyone.
This Friday is Hat Day. Bring $1 and wear a hat.
Also on Friday, we have our 6-week grade check.
Make sure your grades are up. Don't forget, on Monday, yearbook orders are due.
That's all for your Week at a Glance.
Thank you, Lily and Maddox. Let's celebrate everyone who is turning 1 year older with our birthdays.
Let's give a big happy birthday to 8th grader Michaela Mims on April 23rd, 6th grader Devin Risher on April 25th, 7th grader Kate Seiler on April 26th, 8th grader Anthony Tula on April 26th, 7th grader Jenna Billock on April 27th, and 7th grader Thania Davila on April 27th.
Now it's time for Eagle of the Week.
6th grader Lily Beaver, 7th grader Rex Bean, and 8th grader Rhett Bell.
Now let's turn to Addie for our weather.
Thank you, Allie and Jordan. Today is looking mostly cloudy and pretty fair. Now let's turn to the weekly forecast. This week is looking like a great week to play outside, with highs in the mid to upper 70s and lows in the 50s. There's a slight chance of thunderstorms later in the week. And with that, let's turn back to Jordan and Allie.
Thank you, Addie, for our forecast. McKenna has made a very special project over Mr. Large. Let's take a look.
Mr. Large was born on November 8, 1947 in Overton, Texas. During his early years, he attended many elementary schools in Texas and Oklahoma, but he returned to Overton in 5th grade. When he got to junior high, he began playing the trombone, which was his first ever instrument to play. He was put in the high school band his 7th grade year. He moved to Tyler his 8th grade year and went to Moore Junior High and John Tyler High School. He graduated in 1966 and got a full ride scholarship to Tyler Junior College, where he studied music. After graduating from TJC, Mr. Large attended Stephen F. Austin for a couple of years, but joined the Navy during the Vietnam conflict. Mr. Large has been a band director for 28 years, and of those 28 years, he has been in Fairfield for 10 years. His favorite instruments are the trombone, saxophone, and drums, which are also his favorite to teach. He has composed many songs in the 70s, but usually lets other band directors do that. Mr. Large was part of a horn trio, which was booked with Leonard Skinner and Marshall Tucker Band.
Can't you see? Whoa, can't you see what that woman...
Mr. Large married Mrs. Large on May 21, 1999 in the Mejia Band Hall. They have been married for almost 20 years. Together they have 4 kids, William, Carrie, Elizabeth, and Sarah. Mr. Large also has 5 grandchildren, Ethan, Luke, Connor, Cameron, and Morgan. He also believes that being a band director is the best job. He loves the music and people. He has tried many other jobs and has always came back to band directing.
Thank you, McKenna. Okay, now we will take a look at Addie's project that she's been doing with Miss Bozier's AIM class.
Miss Bozier's 6th grade AIM class creates a stop motion project every year. Stop motion is a series of still pictures that give off the impression that figures are actually moving. One question that was asked was, where do you start with a stop motion project? Miss Bozier had a great idea for the organization of this project. Avery Thaler explains how she used this tool.
We use Classroom to organize all of our thoughts and so that we could talk to each other through docs and all that kind of stuff, so that we could organize our actions and our thoughts at the same time.
Miss Bozier supplied the students with sound effects, past stop motion movies, and she allowed the students to use iPads to capture all the images. The app that the students use is called iMotion. After all the pictures are taken, the app automatically combines all the pictures together. Are there any setbacks in stop motion? Ishan Kalyanji gives his viewpoint.
Filming movies can be really difficult, especially with all the lighting business and all the people talking while on the set. And you need to get all the props finished, and sometimes it could fail, and so you need to restart.
Next year, the students will try to progress on their knowledge of stop motion and therefore create a better short film.
Thank you for watching our EGLZ News broadcast. That's all we have for this week. Bye.